I am Genevieve Page Villar. This is More Than a Woman, and today we have Jennifer Diaz from We Remodel It Co. It's
Yes.
a tongue twister, but I am so excited to have her here on the show, and I just want to know, who is Jennifer Diaz?
Well, so I would say first I am a wife, then I am a mother, and now I am a content creator turned into a business owner. So I guess I have many roles.
Yes. And so what industry are you in?
So we are mostly in the home flipping, decor, design, remodeling industry. But I share a little bit of everything on my social media. I've been on there for 6 years. It all started with our home remodel. And from then, the audience just grew.
Yeah. So what did you do before remodeling and flipping?
So I went to college for 4 years, and then I just worked a job at anti-money laundering, and that's what I used to do. So it was running courses online, actually. I used to run the course in the background, and I was the host, and they were just talking about money laundering. And I used to work remotely from home, and then I became a mom, and I was a stay-at-home mom for a whole year. Okay. But there was something inside of me, and I was just like, I need to work. I need to do something. I'm very creative. I love social media. I've always loved social media, but I didn't know what it was. And then actually, right before I became a mom, I started doing the content creation because of our house remodel. But at the same time, I was working at home. So I was remotely at home. And then after I became a mom, I was at home running the content creation, but I wasn't really into it. And then, I just became a mom and I got nervous.
It's okay. What do you think people love about your style?
I think it's just like, I'm very who I am. I think that home takes time. It's something that it's not something that is just happens overnight. We have showed how we remodeled our house 6 years ago, and recently we just refreshed it also. So it's not just, okay, we're just going to remodel a home and make it look a certain way, but it's homey, it's lived in, and it's cozy, it's neutral, it's very peaceful, and that's what I like my home to feel like whenever I'm there.
And where do you grab inspiration from?
I feel like everywhere. I love like places, beautiful restaurants, traveling. Also, Pinterest and Instagram is like a great form of inspiration. So just everywhere.
Do you feel like it's easier now to get inspiration with Pinterest and Instagram?
Absolutely. I feel like from the beginning, there's so many like designers and other people that do beautiful things that you can get inspired from. I feel like everyone really is inspired from everyone. Like, you can create an idea or see an idea, but then you go and find those pieces that put it together in your style.
I mean, I relate to that completely because I'm a fashion designer and people always ask me, where do you grab your inspiration from when you're designing something, either for myself or for a client? And I always say, I model like vintage Versace, or I grab like Valentino runway, and I merge all the designs that I love together, and what is old is now becoming new again.
Exactly.
And it's all coming back.
And it all comes back. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
I love doing that. I feel like grabbing inspiration, like what is my design style, in my home? I don't even know, because it's a mixture. I like, that country French, but then I also love some pieces like from Bali, but then I also love India. I love Spanish. So I mix it all together.
Exactly.
And it's like my own touch.
Yes. And I feel like right now where we're at is very like just being timeless, picking things that are going to run the course of time, that you can live in a home for over 5 or 6 years and still enjoy it. Because I feel like one thing I've learned from remodeling my house 6 years ago is that I was very into like the modern farmhouse, and everything was black and white, and it was beautiful at the time. But then now I'm like, no, I want to pick pieces that are more neutral, like travertine and things that are going to have like a nice age of time and still look beautiful in the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years.
Yes, absolutely. And you know that I've seen your content, and I can truly appreciate when you fix a home or fix and flip homes, and you could really see the designer behind the home.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you have a set style.
I do.
I love the two like fix and flips that we've done recently. I love seeing that. Yeah. Do you have any more projects in the works?
So maybe, yes, soon. A new one's coming. I think so. And we're very excited. This is going to be a different style than what we've done in the past. We're obviously keeping our neutrals, like the very pretty neutrals that we continue to have, but different style, maybe a little bit more cottagey, something different.
And you've done all your fix and flips have been in Palmetto Bay?
No, so my husband is very into real estate and he's the one that finds our deals. He's amazing at it. And then we just go in there and I'm like, oh, let's go on Pinterest and start, finding ideas. But no, we've done some in Little Havana. We've done some in Palmetto Bay. We did our Westchester home back then, which that started with my mother-in-law because a lot of it comes from like my mother-in-law. She used to be a fashion designer when she was younger.
Wow.
Yeah. And she's also been very into interior design. She does it for her homes and she would help us. And I got very into creatively. I was like, I love this. My husband got super into it. And together we just like expanded and have learned so much more from each other.
Yeah. So, but you didn't go to school for interior design?
No. I just went to school for psychology and then I have a master's in business. But I've always I wish I would have known I love like the content creation part, like in the marketing and that part of it. But too late now, but I think I'm just figuring it out by myself. I've always been somebody that just like self-teaches myself. Like whatever I have to learn, I will learn on my own.
Amazing. Yeah. So Manny, I know your husband's name.
Yes.
Is Manny. Where does he find his fix and flips? What is like the best strategy for someone that's starting out?
So he is... he's part of a bunch of off-market groups. Okay. He's always on Zillow. He knows every house that's on the market, when it comes out, when it doesn't. He's on there. And yeah, different deals. He's just like, a lot of them are off-market, but a lot of them have been on market. But he's just really good at making deals and getting us the best deals possible so that we can make money after.
I haven't done fix and flips. That's our next phase. But we have Section 8 homes, we have Airbnbs, and we have houses that we rent out. So I know the strategies of finding that good home. Yeah. But to like our audience that don't know, how do you know that home is the right home? Like that's the home that we need to fix and flip.
I feel like a lot of it has to do also with the numbers at first because we had a triplex and a duplex and I have an Airbnb unit in one of our triplex. And I think what I've learned from him, because he's the deal person, but I think what I've learned is this like, the numbers have to make sense. If the numbers make sense, then you know what your budget is more or less, and that's what you're willing to put in. And honestly, sometimes you go a little bit out of budget when you have like the designers like me and his mom. We're a little bit like, let's make it look a little nicer, but we know, it's definitely a woman thing. And you know what home takes more, There's homes that are more custom, like the last one that we finished. This was like our most custom home. And there's homes that are more of like the normal, but you still make them pretty. You make them look nicer for the person that's able to afford them.
Right. And what do you think is like the hottest area in Miami right now to do these fix and flips?
Wow. I guess I'm a Palmetto Bay girl because I've been living there for 6 years and I love the neighborhood. Maybe it's a little bit more south for some people, but just for me, it feels like such a community, so many young families. We have, now we have like Old Cutler Inn, the restaurant, and we have the People's Dock and we have Starbucks and like that's my little area there. So I like treasure it. But I think probably like the hottest market right now would probably be like Coral Gables, I would say.
Yeah. I feel like it's harder though to find like that needle in the haystack in Coral Gables. Like I used to live in Shenandoah, really close to Brickell, and that I want to say is like up and coming, but it's already not up and coming anymore. Like it's already hot.
It's already up there.
Because of how close it is to Miami Beach, to Coconut Grove, to Coral Gables. So when we get into that fix and flip stage, I want to be in like Pinecrest, Palmetto Bay, but I'm never closed off to the idea of being in Shenandoah.
Absolutely.
And that is where one of my properties is. When my husband and I, we never sell our homes. Like we're always like, we can't do it now because of the interest rates being so high. Right. We always take out, the equity or a little bit of the equity
and use it exactly.
Buying homes. So I see myself in the next couple of years. It's going to take a little convincing because my husband's already like up to here with my
I can imagine.
But that is my next goal.
Yes.
And I'm sure it's not hard in such a saturated market. Have you considered doing things outside of Miami or you want to stay in Miami?
No, we want to stay in Miami. There's no way I can take my husband out of Miami. He's a true Miami person, but I feel like, Pinecrest is definitely a great neighborhood where we would want to expand into. At some point, our goal is to build spec homes, and I think we would do an amazing job at it. Well, my husband has already done it. Like in the Keys, he built a home with his family like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was a beautiful home, and we really want to bring it over here to Miami. So,
amazing. Yeah. I love that. So your next goal, I know that we're still fixing and flipping, but where do you see like Jennifer Diaz in the next, 5, 10 years?
Honestly, I just feel like like for me right now, like the most important part is having peace in my life and with my family. But I do see myself as like maybe like bigger content creator, but creating something like a brand out of it. Like, I don't know if it's like a home decor brand or what can come out of it, but just something that we have for ourselves that we can do just us and people, you know, our audience can buy. I think that's part of the goal.
I feel like creating that brand now, like you're never too late creating that brand now, which you've already started.
Yeah.
But I feel like your brand has to come back to not just like we remodel it co, but Jennifer Diaz.
Exactly.
Like she is her own brand.
Yes.
And that's people like your business because they like you. And I've learned that about myself in my industry that they can buy a Chanel bag or a Birkin from anybody, but they're buying it because it's me. I've been in the industry for 10 years and that trust is built with the person behind the business.
I absolutely agree.
So I know you have 2 babies.
Yes, I do.
How do you manage it all?
So I manage it all with help from my amazing mother that is there every day to help me with my kids. I honestly...
Can I hire your mother?
She is the best. Everybody says it. Everybody that knows my mom says it. She's an amazing mom. And thankfully, she was able to be there to help me now with the kids. So like, it's nobody better to trust, honestly. Mm-hmm. And now my kids, my second child, who's 2.5, is going to start preschool. So I'm like... freaking out over it, but I think she's ready. And yeah, if it wasn't for my mom, Instacart, honestly, Instacart is life-saving. My kids drink so much milk that I'm just like having to order milk like all the time. And I'm like, oh, I don't have a chance to get to the grocery store. So I feel like anything that makes your mom life easier. Mm-hmm. I'm all about systems and things that can make my life easier. Because sometimes like, I'm going to spend an hour in the grocery store. I'm like, no, I don't have an hour, you know? So let's Instacart it. And I do that a lot. So,
yeah. No, I totally agree. I currently need to do a Costco run or Instacart Costco run. I think they do like free delivery.
Yeah.
But my sister-in-law says no, but then the prices go up. And I don't think that's true. I think Costco really does have free delivery.
Yeah, some of them are more expensive, honestly. I've noticed it, but I'm like, it's okay. But peace of mind, not stress. That's me.
Do you guys do date night and she helps you out too?
Absolutely. Well, when it comes, I feel bad asking my mom on weekends because she's there like Monday through Friday.
Is your mom still married to?
Yeah. My parents are together, but my dad is the best and he's like not in the way. He like lets her come all the time. Thank God. Thank you, Dad. But
shout out.
Date nights, definitely. So from the beginning, I feel like I have always been a person like I look around me, you know, like I was close with my parents, then like I got close with my in-laws, and I used to look at the relationships and I learned like, you know, back in the day, like the Hispanic culture and community was like, you're at home all the time. The mom doesn't leave. You're with your kids all the time. And my mentality is very different. I guess being a millennial, I feel like my relationship is very important. And I feel like as long as my relationship is good, everything is good. You know, my kids are happy. We're all happy. So for me and Manny, I always told them at least once a week or maybe every other week, date night. Go to a movie, go out, leave for 3 or 4 hours, and you feel so refreshed. Like you feel like a brand new person. And I think it is so needed.
Yeah.
1 trip a year alone, for sure.
100%.
I try to do. And yeah, I feel like that's just, for me as a mom, it's important. I do get a lot of mom guilt sometimes when I'm gone. And I feel like I actually learned this the other day that mom guilt is anxiety, which I didn't even know. I was like, oh, what?
Really?
Yeah, it's attached to anxiety. And I was like, that makes so much sense. But at the same time, I feel like every mom has that. Like you want to be the best parent that you can be.
Yes.
But you also need to make sure that your relationship works so that your kids are not as affected if something happens, you know? That's the way I see it.
So I know that he's in the business with you.
Yes.
Do you guys fight? Like,
oh, yeah,
what
absolutely.
does your day look like?
So we wake up, I get the kids' milks, and then we go to the gym together. We do a lot of stuff together, which I think a lot of people would be like, wait, what?
I know. I ran into you at the coffee shop the other day, and you guys are so cute. I'm seeing your laptop open. I can't do that with my husband. I'm like,
it's not that easy.
Telling me what to do, I'm like, bye.
It's not that easy. Sometimes I'm the bossy one, and then he gets mad at me because I'm a Capricorn, so I'm a very
yeah. When's your birthday?
January 3rd.
Oh, well, we're both Capricorns. That's why that's why we get along.
we have strong personalities.
Yes, we
do.
A
lot of times when we're recording content, like I'm very like it's very hard for me to like release control of things. I'm very like the way I see things, and it's honestly something that I'm really really working towards because I want to get better at that, and that's probably our biggest struggle and where we argue the most. He like tries to give me his idea and I'm like, no, but it looks better like this. This angle is better. And he's like, just do it by
But
yourself.
you're talking about like design wise.
Not design. When it comes to design, we all agree. I feel like we have that same, he has my taste. So our taste is very like organic, neutral. We're always wearing neutrals for the most part, which is kind of funny. That's why we're like always match. But it's not that. It's the content when we're like creating content that he's kind of helping me. It's like, I need it to be at this angle because I know this looks good. And
that's the Capricorn in us.
That is the Capricorn. And I feel like as a content creator, I've always been about angles. Like I'll find a spot to take a picture and it has to be this perfect angle. And it's like, you don't get it. And then we like argue over it. But we're pretty good. I also
feel like that's a Capricorn thing, like perfectionist. Like if we're going to do something, it has to be done.
And we think that we need to get everything perfect. Yeah. And that's something that honestly, like I really am trying to release because it's not all about control, you know?
Right.
So.
And I know that you live in the areas that you've done your flips. Yeah. I know that you live close by.
Yes.
Do you take your kids to see the homes that you're building?
Oh my goodness. They come with us all the time. Like in the afternoons, like when my mom is gone, my mom usually leaves like at 4 p.m. And then that's it, mom mode. We'll bring them. Like this whole entire past year, they were there with us after the portable because my son has a little bit like he gets stuffy and I freak out. Yeah. But after the portable, I'm like, come inside. They go inside, they run around the house. We go in the golf cart and we involve them. They have to be a part of it.
I love that.
My son is obsessed with like architecture and construction. Oh. And I think he's going to be our future architect.
I love that though, because I feel like what you surround your kids with is what sometimes they get involved with later on in life. So I love like them seeing like this entrepreneurship, which is what I love about my kids coming. They come to my store. Granted, they're touching everything in my store.
It's stressful.
It's designer. They put on sunglasses and I'm like, one move away from it breaking. But I love bringing them in that environment. They can't go to work with my husband. He's a cop, so it's very different. Yeah. And honestly, I don't know, like I can never be a cop and it's very scary, but I don't want them to go to work with my husband because I don't want them to... It's a mom thing. Like
you got to protect them.
I know that someone has to do it.
You have 3 boys.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not easy.
Goodness. I can imagine
pulling my hair out. And unfortunately, my husband works a lot. I work a lot. So when we're there, we have to be super present. And I don't think there's ever such thing as balance. Maybe you have a little bit better than I do because I actually have a brick and mortar that I have to be there. Like I have to run things. Yeah. So it's a lot of responsibility and mom guilt.
Mom guilt is big. I would say I am like a stay-at-home working mom. Like, yes, obviously my mom has been helping me. The past year or 2, my mom has been helping me a lot more. But I feel like I'm there all the time. I'm in and out. So like I'll go to the gym, I come back, but I'm there, in the circle. A lot of times, like now, I used to work a lot at the rental house because it was empty, but now it's sold. So now I'm back in my house in an office. So I'm hearing my kids screaming. I'm just like, okay, I'm working, like stay. But it's very, very difficult when you are at home working at the same time and balancing it all and trying not to get in the middle of things when you're hearing kids crying in the other room.
Trust me, I can never work at home with my kids at home.
I tell him. It's insane.
And so do you believe that there is such thing as a balance?
I don't think there's a balance. I'm sorry. I think that you can try to be the best that you can. And this is something that I've been saying for the past 2 years. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, I feel like I can never give 100% to anything. And it's so hard for me because I am a person that likes to do the best that I can and give 100%. But I've learned to have to cope with the sense that I'm never going to be able to be 100% a wife, 100% a mom, 100% like a content creator, 100% designer, and a business owner. You kind of like some days you're better at being a mom and you have more time. Some days I'm like running out the door. I love you guys. Bye. Like I can't really even give much attention. So I don't think there's like a full balance. I don't think anybody has that figured out, honestly.
Yeah, no, there is no such thing as balance in my opinion as well. And I know that being an entrepreneur, a CEO, a fix and flip, industry, I don't think that there is such thing as balance. And if you had to like sacrifice one thing, like I know you want to be a good mom. I know you want to be a good wife. I know that you want to be now content creation and make that like, a priority also. What is one thing that you are willing to sacrifice a little bit on?
I have sacrificed the content creation. When my kids were born, when my kids were like 1 and 2, I did sacrifice it. And finally, my husband taught me, because he's very business savvy. He's always had a business. He went to college for a week and he said, I'm going to do my dad's business.
Not for everybody.
Right. And he learned to do his dad's business. He his dad's business. He grew up, and he hustled through it. And I met him right like 2 years after. We met when we were 20 and 21. So we were very young. And together I've seen like that business aspect. And I feel like I've always had that inside of me. So I feel like if I was to give up any of it, it was the content creation, which I kind of did, but now I'm back on it because I got help. So that's something that I wanted to talk about. I do have 2 people that helped me for a year and a half already, and it has made the biggest difference in my business.
Do you do any like paid advertising, or is it only organic content?
No, it's all, I'm very strict about this. It's all organic content from the beginning, like even certain things like of running ads, and I was always super against it. And even he would tell me, but let's try it. And I was like, nope, I'm going to grow my following organically, even if it takes me years. And like I told you, I was stuck at 27,000 followers a year and a half ago, and nothing would happen. I was just stuck there. And all of a sudden, this year, the viral reel with our kitchen, which was just filmed on an iPhone. Manny filmed that. And it just went viral. But we started to show ourselves more on the feed too. I was much more about like looking at pretty houses and more perfection, but people like to see us. People relate to us. So I think that, when it comes down to that that's, I guess, what I would release more, which I have. I've given more power to people to help me.
Okay. So you hired help, but it's giving you the opportunity to like step back a little bit, but still be involved. And
I'm still super involved. But yes, like now, the first person I hired was a VA, and she is like a young virtual assistant.
Like on Upwork?
And what?
On Upwork or Fiverr?
No, she's from the Philippines.
So mine are too.
I heard of it because he was in a mastermind of real estate with like a billionaire that we know, and one of the real estate agents, or not real estate agents, the guys that would buy a lot of real estate, they had multiple Filipino VAs.
My entire team is in the Philippines.
Amazing. So he was like, "We're gonna get it." Last year, January of 2025, and he's like, "You need to do this."
They helped you with the content creation. Like, what do they do for you?
We hired this girl. I interviewed like 3 or 4 different people. I picked her, and she's on me. So I had to I had to train her, which was so scary to me because I was like, first of all, I'm not even making enough money on this. Like, how am I going to justify this? Second of all, like, oh my goodness, I have to tell somebody what to do and like have it all planned. So it's been up and down, but she has finally like understood my style. She understands me better now. She helps me a lot with content creation, all of like my boards, like my affiliate stuff. She helps me with all of that. And then at the end of last year, I hired another girl that I kind of knew already, but she has been wanting to work with me for a while. And she helps me with all of my partnerships.
But she's in Miami.
She's in Miami.
So what kind of partnerships do we have?
So I have worked with so many different brands. I've worked with recently I've been working a lot with Wayfair, which was like a dream brand for me.
Nice.
Through LTK after like the change. I worked with Cutter recently, Pollywood, which is like the outdoor furniture. It's a lot of brands that I've worked in the last 6 years, but finally I feel like I'm getting compensated the amount that I deserve or that I've worked for. And that's honestly my favorite part of it. Like I love the home design and the flipping, and we do that too. So it's all of that put together.
Yeah, but they feed each other.
Yeah, they do. They all feed each other. And honestly, we've been able to get so many good partnerships for our homes that we flip that we've saved a lot of money just, doing partnerships in exchange for content. So
amazing.
That's helped too.
I love that little secret.
Yeah, it's a little secret. It's a lot of work. Again, my husband, Manny, helped me with that too. He pushes me in a lot of senses of like business, and honestly, like I'm super thankful for him for that. And just together, like I love the content creation and just the dream team. Yes.
I love it. I see you guys having like your own I'm just putting it out there, like HGTV.
Oh my goodness. Like, everybody tells me that.
Fixer Upper, but like of Jen and Manny. Like I see it. They like the wholesome. Like they like the
people
true,
tell us that a lot.
The true love.
Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. But I feel like I'm open to it. I'm open to anything that, could just expand us and give us a better life, but also being together as a family. That's so important to me.
Agreed. Beautiful. Well, I love your story. I love everything that you've built. Can you tell everybody where they can find you on social media, your Instagrams, everything?
Yes. So on my social media, my personal is Jennifer V. Diaz, and then We Remodel Co. is our business.
Amazing. I'm so happy that you came on. Too. And we're neighbors. We're both in Palmetto Bay, so we have to get together.
We have to get the kids together.
The show.
Yes.
Definitely. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you so much again for coming on, and stay tuned for my next guest.
Bye.